Here's some big news that we are currently tracking. Massive anger over the Agnipath scheme launched by the Indian Army. Protesters have now hit the streets in Bihar. Tires have been burnt, massive sloganeering, huge stir over the new scheme for military jobs. These are visuals that we get from Bihar, where we do know that many candidates were already preparing for jobs in the Indian Army. Many of them feel that they have been let down by the Indian government, the Indian Army rather, by rolling out the new Agnipath scheme now, which allows for a wider pool of people, of youngsters between the age group of 17 to 21 to join in the army for a mere period of 4 years, post which they can be retained based on merit, if not, will be let off and will be additionally backed by the government for their second career options. But here, many of those aspirants, candidates who were so far preparing for the jobs to be part of the Indian Army with much commitment are super let down and now carrying out large-scale protests, even arson witnessed in parts of Bihar. Rohit Singh joining us on the phone line for more on that. Rohit, give us an understanding on why many of these aspirants are protesting. Who are these people in the first place?
Well, Nabila, there is a wide spread protest which is being seen across Bihar in several districts over the Agnipath policy, which is a new recruitment policy of the army. And yesterday was the first day when we saw that there was violence that took place, and the students, basically the youth who were protesting in various districts. And today this agitation has intensified, and over almost a dozen districts in Bihar are now affected. Since morning we are seeing that several districts like Jahanabad, Ara, Baksar, Nawada, Munger, Vaishali, Muzaffarpur, in all these districts the agitators are burning tires on the national highways, on the road, and blocking the traffic movement. And also in several districts like Ara and Saharsa, where train movement has also been hit. In Baksar also the train movement has been hit, as thousands of youth are sitting on the track. They are pelting stone at the administration, which is trying to clear the railway station and the railway track. But they are failing to do so because they are being outnumbered by the number of agitators on the railway. They are sitting on the railway track. They are shouting slogans against the government and the new army recruitment policy. And this is going on for the last couple of days. And Bihar is emerging as the epicenter of this entire agitation with regard to the new recruitment policy of the army.
Rohit, we do know that on one hand, this scheme has been received with open arms. On the other, we also understand the kind of criticism. Many of the youth there feel that this scuttles their career opportunities within the army. Many of them have been preparing, waiting for 2 years owing to COVID. Recruitment had been stalled for quite a while. But now, when they do have a chance, they feel that they're being threatened with the Agnipath scheme. A more number of youth will be joining, not showing commitment. They might lose out on their chances. Give us a detailed explanation on what are their fears.
Well, they are both sides of the story, because they are few of the agitators. In fact, there are such students and youth who have already appeared for the physical examination, and they are really not clear about what will happen to them, because it's been for the last 2 years that they have been preparing for recruitment in the army. They have given the physical test, medical test.
Hold on for a moment. The visual that we see on our television screens quite gory. Trains have been set on fire. We see that the police are desperately trying to put off fire that's burning inside one of the bogies in Kaimur. What's happened there? How bad is the situation? The police there themselves trying to come and aid this situation. Where are the fire tenders? What's happening there?
Well, a bogie has been set on fire in Kaimur district, what we know now, and more details are being awaited. But as I told you, since morning there is widespread violence which is being witnessed across several districts of Bihar, and especially in Ara, Baksar and Kaimur. We are seeing that thousands of students are sitting on the railway track. They have really, in fact, almost hijacked the railway station. And in Kaimur, what we are getting to know is that at the Kaimur railway station, one of the train bogie has been set on fire by the agitators, by the angry youth there, and this clearly goes on to show that the situation is now going out of hand, and the administration really, in fact, unable to control the situation here on the ground. Nabila.
Rohit, India Today continues to track those developments. Really, some gory scenes there witnessed in Bihar, Kaimur, Bihar, where the train has been vandalized. Fire burning inside a train bogie where police desperately trying to man the situation themselves. You see large-scale protests in different parts of Bihar owing to the military scheme, the new scheme called the Agnipath scheme rolled out by the government, the Indian Army. Here, many of these aspirants who have been preparing for their army exams are feeling let down. They feel that their opportunities will be scuttled if this Agnipath scheme rolls out.